Ahmad, take a sip of your beer and try to see TKO come out today. It's a new year.
Oh yeah, man. Cheers to New Year's. Happy New Year's to y'all.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Yes, indeed. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Definitely got the 2022 up.
Is that a big ass bottle of Martinelli's?
It's water.
Oh, okay.
Martinelli straight from the bottle, baby. Put some hair on your chest. But shit. I'm cold as shit down here, but fuck it. Welcome. It's another week of the Potluck. How we doing today, gentlemen? Everything good?
Yes, sir.
man.
Living good over here.
Yeah, I want to welcome everybody out. You know, happy New Year, happy 2022. Lou, I see you got it. You got it in the background. You matching over there, looking like Wu-Tang Killer Bees. I see you, boy. How you feeling, everyone? Lou, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Doing good, man. I just got over the COVID. You know, I had family come down and everybody want to gather around and play and turn up and all that. But like, man, do anything but bring the COVID. All you had to do was not bring the COVID. So I've been down a week, man, but I'm on the up and up on the recovery side. Feel really good to have my voice back, my health back, and be back on the potluck. You know what I mean? With, you know, my favorite, your favorite. You know what I mean? Y'all already know it's top 5. You know, I've been a little absent, but I see people trying to, you know, come for me, and they'll get theirs too. You know what I mean? As I make my return. But yeah, man, your favorite podcast, my favorite podcast, your most hated and favorite is Lou. I'll at me, man. Let's go, man.
Hey, Lou, I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. Quick answer. 2022 hip hop list. I'm gonna give Ahmad and Otis a second to think about it, but I'll put you on the spot. Give me 10 seconds. What's your hip hop 2022 resolution? What do you want to see?
What do I want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, more wealth. If we talking hip hop, I want to see more wealth in hip hop. You know what I mean? I want to see less spending on BS and more expanding. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Less jewelry, less liquor, less BS. And I want to see hip hop be more wealthy in political spaces and economical spaces. You know what I mean? So first of all, more wealth for hip hop. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like that one. Hey, let me kick it over to Otis. How you doing? Happy 2022. You said less liquor, and so I thought immediately of how you doing today, man?
Happy motherfucking New Year's. Mo liquor.
Right.
But yeah, mo liquor, but no mo po niggas. You know, I'm with Lou on that shit, man. More wealth, more positivity. I'm man, just let's see some more growth in hip hop, bro. Like we've been riding this wave for a few years, and I think we're on the verge of breaking into a different direction, you know, and I just want to see where that's headed. Like, let's just hurry up and get there now. But you know, let's have lots of drinks along the way.
Love to hear, man. Ahmad, TKO, what's up today? How you feeling? What's your 2022 hip hop resolution? What you got going on?
Hey, it's your boy Ahmad, aka TKO Joe, aka the home wrecker. Always playing chess, never playing checkers. Even though in a game of chess, we all about the checkers. And so, my 2022, I think I got to agree with you guys. I want to see definitely more wealth, but less chains and more brains. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cats really starting to mature and learn from 2021. I mean, we lost a lot of young guys in hip hop, and I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, that 2022, you know, cats will see that and say, okay, you know, time to tuck the chain away. Not saying you can't floss and have nice things, but we got to be aware, you know what I'm saying, and say, okay, look, let's focus more on the craft. You know what I'm saying? You guys got these things, but you know what I'm saying, like, be more smart about it. You know what I'm saying? Just what they say, Denzel saying, what's that movie? American Gangster. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room, or something like that. So, you know, cats being more quiet about their business and keeping it pushing, and then, you know, just making moves behind the scenes.
Let me update my answer. No more record deals. I want to see more independence. Let's just keep all the money in pocket. I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers, you know, signing these shit deals. for a quick payday or to get some exposure. Like, man, put in the work, expose yourself, and stop crying to the public so people can save you out of some paperwork that you signed.
Right.
More independence.
Yeah.
I like that answer. And of course, you know, I don't put myself on the spot. I always duck out. So I would go with along the lines of what y'all was saying, but just less violence, you know. Like I said, man, I was really this year when I started to really get into Mo 3, you know, 2 weeks after I really started to go back and listen to all his music, he gets gunned down like Dolph, you know, so we lost a lot of people last year, you know, 2021. So 2022, I just want to see more violence and less violence, excuse me. Less violence. Internet violence, the violence we do with each other. Okay, that's what when we say, you know, the term more
digital violence, huh?
Yeah, violence. And, you know, and real talk, a lot of it is digital and stop, you know, stop taking stuff off the internet and putting it in the streets, you know?
Yeah.
So I love to see that, you know, and everybody come together, and that comes with wealth, man. So as that being said, I think somebody said a lot more work, and we all agree on seeing more of the art of hip hop. So we want to get right into it, man. 2021, a lot of good music, you know, and that's what Otis was just saying, man. It's starting to trend that way, where we're starting to see some movement in the music, and we're right on the verge. So we'll start with, you know, some of our picks. Let's start with producer of the year for 2021. Producer of the year. Who we did this one first because I feel like, I think I said this to the fellas. I feel like it's pretty obvious who my pick, who everyone's pick should be. But maybe we get thrown for a loop. Y'all want me to go first?
Go ahead, kick it off, man.
I mean, if it's not Hit Boy, I don't know what we're talking about here. If it ain't Hit Boy and the work he done put in, from Nas to Big Sean to everything else in between, you know, and they dropped a lot of work this year from, you know, not. Where was Nas before this year and Hit Boy?
Man.
King's disease, you pretty much talking about King's disease and so forth. So actually he did the joint with Kanye, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a jab at, you know, to say where Nas been, because he did a joint with Kanye, you know, but I think Hit Boy was what Nas needed. I think, you know, when I hear this latest Nas album, as TKO has it rightfully so, up in his background, you know, it makes me feel like my favorite rapper is back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, big shout out to Hit Boy just for bringing my man back in and bringing Nas back into his bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's your pick too, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I wasn't sure.
You can't
out there, man.
No, if a Hit Boy from Benny the Butcher to Nas to Big Sean, I mean, these are big names he's producing for.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he's delivering. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, not to say that ain't nobody else putting in their work, but I mean, Hit Boy's fingerprint is on some stuff.
Absolutely. What you say, Ahmad? Ahmad got the answer in the background right now.
hey, man. I was thinking about this the other day, man. Hit Boy, I mean, definitely. I'm not knocking any other producer that came out this year. I mean, you know, that put out something, but for Hit Boy to like, you know, just to get Nas back in his bag. I mean, Nas, we talked about last time. I mean, within a year, put out 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta consider his age. You gotta consider his age too. He's 48 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a young dude. Like a young dude, 21, hungry, trying to get that money, trying to get his name out there. Nas already his legacy is already cemented. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for him to come out and do 3 albums within basically a year. I mean, the King Disease 1 came out last August, so we're talking about a year, pretty much 15 months, 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? That means that man been in the studio, been working, and for someone to get him in there like that, I mean, you got to give Hit Boy credit, man. And then, like you said, Big Sean, Benny the Butcher, other guys, and I mean,
a lot of work, man. And I mean, to bridge that gap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it is Hit Boy to me, man. There's nothing else to be said. I mean, thank you, Hit Boy, thank you. You got anything to add or
if your answer ain't Hit Boy, you don't know shit, boy.
Hey, talk to him.
Bro, like, it's just crazy how he just keeps bringing the best out of Nas and all these other rappers too. But Nas specifically, man, like the last 3 albums that Nas has dropped is some of the best of his whole career, aside from, you know, his first 2.
Right.
And he's putting them out so quickly. So
Yeah.
like, damn, man, I remember, man, between I Am and Nostradamus, and it was just like, damn, this nigga Nas is kind of losing it, you know. And he had time to work on these albums. With Hit Boy, he's just pumping these shits out, and this is some of his best work. It's kind of reminiscent of Jay linking up with Kanye, and you know, and changing his sound up. It's nice, man. I love to see it.
Yeah, man. So look, absolutely. And look, I mean, Otis said it right. If it ain't Hit Boy, say it for one more time, just so we can hear it.
If your answer ain't Hit Boy, you don't know shit, boy.
There you go. Hey, which is real quick, is gonna lead us right to the next one. Ahmad.
Yeah, man.
Ahmad, we was talking producer of the year, and then you know, Ahmad was already on Nas. So let's talk about this Nas, this Magic, this new album, since you know it is Hit Boy all over it. And it just dropped. And Ahmad, go ahead. I mean, this is your bag. Let us know.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying not to get into it. The last one. I mean, I'm a Nas fan. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, Nas is my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. But and like I said, for someone who's 48, you know what I'm saying, he's older than me. You know what I'm saying? And back in like that. I mean, like someone at that age usually is not hungry. You know what I'm saying? And I think like for what Nas is doing, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he's setting a precedent, you know what I'm saying, for like other rappers coming up, because I don't think anyone else has done this, what Nas is doing right now. At this age, to be putting out 3 albums in 15 months, and you know what I'm saying, like in hip hop. I mean, I'm sure other genres we've had people that age, you know what I'm saying, put out stuff like that, and put out, you know what I'm saying, like try to stay relevant to the culture and everything. I mean, like and you know, for him to team up with Hit Boy, I mean, because usually as a man, as you get older, you know, I mean, we're all stubborn, right? You know what I'm saying? And so you get older, and you start to say, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, like, and we've heard our parents say the same thing, like, oh, you know, your music isn't that good. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, they made better music. My music is better, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you know, like cats our age is going to say the same thing. But for Nas to say, you know what? All right, bet, you know, I got to change. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stay relevant to what's going on now. I can't write Illmatic, you know, even though like older cats would enjoy it, it's not gonna hit like that. You know what I'm saying? So for Nas to reach to somebody, and I think he reached the perfect person, because Hit Boy, I mean, grew up in the West Coast. He's from, you know, here in the Empire, Fontana. You know what I'm saying? He grew up with the West. He grew up with a West Coast sound. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he grew up with No Limit, because we heard that in Big Sean's, right? Like a little No Limit influence. And then he's also connected to, like, you know, cats that are out now. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to make a bridge between, like, you know, our generation and the new cats coming out now. And then, like, you know, him mixing with Nas. Nas has one of the best rap voices ever. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like Nas or not, as far as a artist, like a rapper, where you think he's in your top 5 or whatever, his voice has always been great. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you mix that with his voice, and he's always had good lyrics. His beats are always kind of shitty, right? You know what I'm saying? So you add that. I mean, I think it's a perfect combo, man. And I was like hoping, like, oh man, he should go with someone like Dre or someone else. But I, like, after hearing like Hit Boy's, you know what I'm saying, like, you know,
his pocket.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, after hearing him and Hit Boy together, those first 2 albums, I was like, you know what, he's going to stay with Hit Boy. He's putting them out, and like Otis said, like some of the best of his career. You know what I'm saying? He's not waiting. He's not even letting them marinate. You know what I'm saying? I'm still buzzing on King Disease 1. You know what I'm saying? And then King Disease 2 dropped, and then imagine now we got a King Disease 3 coming out soon. I don't know when, but he hasn't announced it. But man, this man is in his bag, man. I mean, you got to give props to Nas at 48. You know what I'm saying? This is almost like some Mayweather stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like 49-0, 48-0. You still in the gym training, hungry. You know what I'm saying? So props to Nas, props to Hit Boy, like I said, for bringing Nas back. Man, this is, hey, and like Otis said, this is trending. It's trending up, man.
Hopefully, I want to get you on record. Are you saying Nas is 48-0? We just gonna talk in 49-0. You saying
I'm saying for someone that age to be hungry still. You know what I'm saying? Like usually someone at that age isn't. They're done. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what I'm saying? Especially in hip hop, we haven't seen anyone over 40 besides JayZ. You know what I'm saying? He put out maybe 2 albums. You know what I'm saying? After 40, I think maybe 3. But for someone this age, almost 50 years old, like dropping like this, I mean,
listen,
it hasn't happened in hip hop yet. It's crazy.
Ahmad wasn't gonna give me the answer I wanted, y'all.
48 KO.
He knew I was fishing for. I wanted that. I wanted him to give me that.
Yeah, 48 against JayZ though.
Hey, you say it hasn't happened, but how old is Arrested Development? I think they trying and.
Hey, and that's my point. You see how? Okay, so you see how?
So look, we gotta let.
I got to like 6 tracks of their album, and I turned it off.
Gotta let the audience know. So when we were really. We'll get to the next one. We were talking about, albums, what's the best album of the year and everything. We're talking about all this kind of stuff. And we were looking at some lists and everything. And Ahmad dropped Arrested Development dropped a whole album last year. And when I said he put that in a text, my first answer was like Arrested Development, like the 90s dude. And he was like, yeah, man. And so that we tried.
The Mr. Wendell niggas?
Yeah, Mr. Wendell niggas. Everyday people niggas. And I had to knock the nigga out for being rude.
Up on it.
We really tried to listen to it, man.
Grew up on it.
Right.
But look, I won't give anybody. Hey, y'all don't need to waste your time like me and Ahmad did. Listen to that Arrested Development album. Light your patchouli on your own, get your sage. I sage, I don't got patchouli. Get whatever you need, wear your dashiki, and take you back to 92. And that's all you need to know about the Arrested Development album. Yeah. So let's get to some real hip hop, some current stuff. You want to add something on the Nas album, on the Magic?
Oh, me? Oh man, again, it's Magic. It's rightfully titled. You know what I'm saying? And to everything that TKO is saying about Nas's will right now in hip hop is Magic.
Okay.
I mean, he doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Nas is giving us relevant hip hop. He's not talking, young stuff anymore. It's relevant to his age. He's 48 years old. And the thing I like about Nas is some of his mystery too. We don't know Nas's business, but when you listen to his music, we really find out what's on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's appropriate. He dropped it like at the end of the year, surprisingly, like wasn't no announcement. Like I woke up and got a notification from Tidal that boom, Nas dropped.
Voila, Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Otis, I want to ask you real quick, just to wrap up this now. What's your favorite track and why?
Ugly, because the beat is just perfect and he switches his flow. So Nas always had this weird flow on a lot of his old shit to where it's like it's talking, but he kind of stumbled over the beat. Like the best way I could put it is if a nigga's running a hurdle race and his trailing leg clips the hurdle and he kind of just throws him off balance and he stumbles over to the next hurdle. That's how Nas's flow used to be back in the day. It was very weird. But his bars were always on point. But with this, it's just like everything is solid, man. His lyrics, his delivery, perfect flow. Right. He's trying new things. It's really crazy. Like if Ice Cube were to drop an album today, he's gonna rap the way Ice Cube has been rapping the past 20 years. If JayZ were to drop an album today, like he might switch his flow up here and there, but for the most part, he's gonna rap in the same cadence that he's been rapping for the past 10 years or so. But Nas is switching shit up and he's improving.
Yeah,
that shit, man. I love it. I love to see it. And with the rapid rate that he's dropping his albums, it's kind of crazy how he's tapped into the short attention span of music fans nowadays. I do wish that he'd let these albums breathe because like Ahmad said, like I'm still enjoying King's Disease 1 and King's Disease 2, and it's like, damn, you gave me something else I got to go through. Like, man, I wish I had more time with these other albums, but everybody else got a short attention span and they're ready for the next shit and the new shit. And for a nigga that's 48 to keep coming up with the heat,
how we say it on the album? How do you say they're on Magic? See, I'm in the studio lately.
Yeah.
That's all he's been at. So look.
Let me add one more thing real quick. So I know he said, I think he mentioned about King Disease is that what it means is that like when you're on top and like, you know, the I don't know, it's like you know, lethargic, the poison, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that you just start, you know, like to take in.
Gout.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think also to add to that, like to use a boxing metaphor, when you're on top, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's hard to like stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like you sleeping on silk sheets, all, you know, so you waking up with silk sheets and, you know, nice cars, nice houses. It's hard to stay hungry and continue to be a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And so same with, you know, for Nas to be able to still stay hungry, man. And then like we said about Magic, we didn't even expect this to come out. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you know, like Lou said, got a notification. I got a notification too. I was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Nas dropping at midnight. I was like, I mean, I was ecstatic. I was like, man, I'm a Nas fan. So like, boom, you know what I mean? But I didn't even know anything about it. Surprise. I mean, this dude, like, it's surprising, you know, constantly surprising me with stuff he's coming up with at 48 and he's switching up his flow, like that 40 side in that last album. I mean, different stuff he's doing, man. It's genius, man. And I'm looking forward to King Disease 3, man. It's gonna be, man, some heat.
I'm jealous, Ahmad. I'm jealous. Yeah. You know why I'm jealous?
Why?
Because I wanted to be, you know, it's no secret. I'm 40, and me and Ahmad somewhere in the same age. I wanted to be this age. Niggas. Yeah, you know, whatever. But I wanted to be this age listening to Pac and see where Pac had gone in life, you know, like, you know, so. But I listened to Nas early on. You know, Pac was my favorite. But so I see when you talking, Nas is your favorite, has been.
For sure, man.
And to see him kind of grow, I mean, I love that. I love that for you. I love that for me as a Nas fan, because really, I give y'all the quick tidbit. I was listening to the album. I had my AirPods in, but I had to get ready to go out. I was doing the whole shaving thing, and I realized that I was shaving. I had the bevel. I was shaving with the bevel, listening to Nas's new joint, and just like, you know, I just smoked one and just bobbing. I was like, I feel like this back in the 90s / you know, but updated because I'm using a bevel. Mm-hmm. You know, it was just, it had that, it all kind of went.
Yeah.
And I had a cigar the other night and some tequila and just sat and listened to that shit. So yeah, old nigga shit.
But what kind of tequila?
I did the.
When it comes to alcohol, I'm judgmental. Let's go.
I did the.
Yeah.
But you know, I get the good discounts for you know, my side job. So I tried the, what's it called? Kui, I think, QUI. It was an extra añejo.
All right.
Yeah. I'm on that extra añejo kick right now. It was a Cristalino extra añejo, so that's the clear. It's the clear extra añejo. That's if y'all out there listening. That's your tidbit right now. Try the clear extra añejo, or just try an extra añejo. Gran Cava de Oro got one too. It's fun. Hold on, man. They ain't paying me no money. We ain't gonna.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I just had extra añejo. That's where you at.
They ain't paying me no money to say their names of what I was drinking. You know, it ain't no P.D. Pablo. I drink Seagram's gin. I say it because they paying me.
Yeah, Seagram's. Yikes.
Yeah, nah. Seagram's, Naughty Head, Bumpy, whatever it's called. Nah, none of that. No, so we kind of alluded to it a second ago. And I know we just finished talking about that Nas Magic, and I want to say I agree with you all wholeheartedly. 2021, album of the year. Otis, what you got? I don't think we know your pick, so I want to go. You want to go last, Otis? Because I don't know your pick for album of the year.
Oh no, it's gonna be Magic. Oh shit, no. Actually, I haven't had time to sit with Magic the way I did with King's Disease 2, so I'm gonna say King's Disease 2.
Damn, Nas and Hit Boy.
But I mean, the nigga got two of the top three, so I mean, It was gonna be Nas either way.
Yeah. What you? I mean, Ahmad, what you? Why we bother asking Ahmad what he think? Ahmad, what you think?
I'm gonna surprise you.
Okay,
surprise you.
Go ahead.
I mean, I can go Magic or King Disease 2, but I'm gonna give it to Tyler the Creator. I like this album a lot. You know, and I'm not a huge Tyler the Creator fan, but I mean, I thought his beats were really good. He had a variety of tracks. You know, they were just, you know, R&B sound. You know, he had Pharrell on there. He had like some stuff that sped up. I mean, I thought he killed it. But I mean, like Keen Disease 2 and Magic could be there too. I don't know about Magic yet. Like Oda said, it hasn't marinated yet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give it that. But
which Tyler you talking about?
Call Me If You Get Lost.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Tyler, man. I mean, that was a dope album, so I'll give it to him.
Marshall was pumping that group all year.
That manifesto, it reminded me of a Nas song, Nazareth Savage, Streets Disciple.
Okay.
So that was pretty dope. But I mean, Lemonhead was good. Juggernaut, he had a song with not Hit Boy, NBA Youngboy, and that was more like an R&B, is auto tuned. So I'm gonna give it to Tyler, man. Okay. Now it's still my goal, but I'm gonna give it to Tyler this year.
Hey, quietly, y'all, Ahmad might be the oldest one in the group, but Ahmad really likes NBA Youngboy, and he really be on point with a lot of the younger music, younger artists. And every now and then, Ahmad drop a little gem on you, like he had an NBA Youngboy track in there. NBA Youngboy is low key one of your favorite rappers out right now.
No, NLE Chopper.
NLE Chopper.
But I'm something like Lil Baby too.
Okay.
Lil Baby's cool too. I like him. See, I started getting into him a little bit, and I was like, all right, he cool, man.
That's kind of why we here, man. That's what the Potluck about. Yeah,
man.
I got my grades, and we're a little older, but you got plenty of shows out there that are going just, people our age, and they just stuck on the old stuff. But we want to make sure, we listen to everything out there.
Yep.
I mean, we listen to when we talk album of the year, we even listen to what Little Sims. Clearly we listened to me and Ahmad listened to the Arrested Development. So we really want
to. That was a mistake.
We do it. Hey, listen, man, we do it for y'all out there, man. We our ears, sometimes we offend our own ears for y'all out there, so we can give y'all some good music or steer y'all away from some shit.
Hey, you know how many streams they got on their Spotify record? 2.
Me and Ahmad, right?
Yep. Them niggas don't even listen to their own albums, bro.
hey, but you look at guys like Lil Baby and NLE, you know what I'm saying? They like 22 or 19 or something like that, right? Their age. Mm-hmm. So I mean, for me, I'm looking forward to like seeing these young cats mature. You know what I'm saying? They young. You know what I mean? To me, in my opinion, they still babies, man. I mean, I'm 43. I'm twice their age. You know what I'm saying? So like, they're still babies in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So like, it'd be cool to just see them, you know what I'm saying, develop over the next 3 to 5 years and see the stuff they're gonna be talking about at that time. Right. So that's what I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? And like Otis alluded to earlier, man, just seeing music, you know what I'm saying, hip hop continue to just go this direction, man. It's going up as far as like, cats are bringing lyrics back. Even though the sound is different. You listen to someone like Lil Baby, he's dropping gems in there, man. It sounds different, but he dropping some stuff. He's only 22, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man. You know what I'm saying, to see these young cats develop and mature. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Hip hop, man. Bring that shit back, man.
Look, man, it's not. It must be Nas week. Nas out here excited, man. I love it.
And, this really shows that you gotta be intentional in hip hop.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You really got to be intentional. So yeah, if you're going to drop on the last 2 weeks of the year, then yeah, it's going to be your whole vibe going into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's masterminding, man. Like, yeah, that's real intentional. You know what I'm saying?
What you got, Lou? Album of the year, you on the spot.
Man, y'all already know, man. I took a trip to Buffalo one time. I met these guys, they call themselves Griselda. Man, you already know the ad-libs, the ski mask, the ad-libs, this one member, his name is West Side Gun. And man, he dropped this album. It's called Hitler Wears Hermes 8. And I'm telling you, man, ever since the release of that album, I've been listening to it. Like, it's been months. This has been in rotation. Now, I'm not saying I listen to it every day. I mean, I got my own playlist from this gentleman. I mean,
and that shit fire too.
As we're talking, shout out to Otis, right? So as we're talking about hip hop being on the up and up, there's something for everybody, right? Like, granted, West Side Gun, Griselda, these guys are in their 30s. But at the same time, they have their own sound, and that's another thing that we want to hear. We want to hear something original. We want to hear guys that kind of give us what we miss as seasoned listeners. as first generation hip hoppers, but at the same time, they're bringing it new to the table as well. You know, they're relevant, they're new. They got their own lane, you know, they got art going on, you know. So, you know, West Side Guns, Hitler Wears Hermes, he features even our strong hitters. He got Jadakiss on there, you know. He's got Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, like, you know. So these guys, you know, in Griselda, they definitely are establishing their lane, you know. With Benny the Butcher having an album with Hit Boy, you know, as we mentioned about, you know, just relevance or that magic, you know. And I think what we would like to see in hip hop is just the magic. You know what I'm saying? I think that's applying. I think that one word is probably the mantra or the theme for hip hop this year. We need that magic in hip hop. You know what I mean? So for me to be listening to an album for months on end and enjoying it every time, you know, that speaks to me, and an album that's worthy of album of the year title. So pick up that Hitler Wears Hermes, a West Side Gun, Griselda. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, West Side Gun to pay you some royalties, man. The way you been promoting that thing, man.
If you got good music, man, I'm gonna have to say it's good music.
It's a great album, man. I can't even
I'm
front.
a tough critic, so you know.
Y'all might my pick is Big Sean, that Detroit 2.
Okay.
Man, I just feel like Big Sean's not for everybody, but I feel like this album's for everybody. Like, and we were talking about it earlier. Me and Otis, his cadence sometimes can throw people off and everything. I feel like he found his groove, and he still was himself within the album, man. It was pretty dope album. You know, Hit Boy obviously all over it, production, you know, that's his man's and all. Couple good singles. And really, you know, for me, he was talking about some shit that I subscribe to, your energy being off or your energy being on. You know, he's talking about some, you know, medicine shit, but he was also having fun with the turn up, you know, and it's just, I thought it was well produced and well put together. And that's really my album of the year. And it's really the one that kind of stuck with me. I never would have thought I said that about, you know, Big Sean ever in my lifetime, but here we go, you know. And that's really where I'm at with it. So we all got some good picks.
Even after the Kanye interview, man.
I mean, Kanye's worth signing, still bringing in Kanye money and still making great music.
That's right. That's right.
And I picked his album Detroit 2 over Donda.
Yeah.
And prior to contrary beliefs of some of y'all in the group,
man, I
did not pick CLB.
Yeah. Praise God. That's all.
Just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
That's a dope ass song, but the rest of it's kind of like blah.
Look, man, I'm glad we got a chance to kind of figure out that 2021 wrap up, and now we're gonna do some kind of I'm surprised when I asked about what the 2022 hip hop wish was. No one brought this up, but let's talk about it. What's the big topic lately, man? JayZ.
Oh, versus?
Yeah. Wow. And who can take JayZ? So JayZ was online. He was on I don't even remember what platform, but it was with Alicia Keys hosting and everything. What's the phone call platform they have out there now?
I thought it was
Clubhouse or something.
Yeah, Clubhouse. Older shit. I'm on Clubhouse. Shit. But he basically was on there, you know, version of Clubhouse or something like that. And he was like, "Can't nobody stand with me on that stage, on that versus stage." And so everybody's kind of getting into, you know, who could stand with JayZ on that versus stage. You know, there's been a lot of answers thrown out there. There's so many names to get thrown out there versus him. So I want to get some picks up, man. What y'all think? Who's standing with Jigga, you know, on that versus stage? 20 songs, live performing. Who got JayZ? Who's beating him?
All right, man. I'm gonna tag in right here, man.
Let's do it.
Because first of all, I want to say JayZ is one of the GOATs. You know, I'm not here to say that I'm the biggest JayZ fan or whatever, but I do remember that there's a time in my life where JayZ was pretty prevalent in my influences in hip hop or my perspective as a teenager, or you know. But we're talking about hits. We're talking about performance. You know, so once you get to talking about on a stage, we're talking about performance. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make that clear. You know, once you say a word like nobody can see me on the stage, and we're going to talk about performance. And I give it to him, you know, for JayZ having his unplugged sessions. Even the show he did in Brooklyn, it was like a thing he did by himself, and sometimes he went a cappella for a minute or whatever, and he talks about a lot of things. But however, I want to say we're going to go with competitors. How I would like to say, as far as hits and performance, you know, Drake would probably be a pretty good candidate, but that would probably just be the easy answer, you know. My personal pick, or if I would see him really have a good one, my personal pick to see him bout it out would be Rick Ross.
Okay.
I feel like Rick Ross has that energy. I feel like he has those bangers, you know, and I feel like, you know, whether you like it or not, to see Fat Boy on stage in Versace, you know what I'm saying? You know, JayZ is going to be out there and some real fly stuff. You know, I mean, for Rick Ross, him and Jay has songs where they're going bar for bar. And I feel like Rick Ross could probably hang with Jay bar for bar, and he has a few times, you know. But I mean, you got songs like Don't Stop, you got Aston Martin Music, you got Stay Scheming, you got Dykes Pineapples, you got Hustling, you got BMF. I mean, come on, man. Like, you know, I feel like in a good battle platform, you know, Rick Ross is a legit contender. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the boss with T-Pain. I mean, come on, man. You know, so for me to say that, you know, anybody could run with JayZ, it's got to be somebody of top notch, or at least that tier. And I feel like Rick Ross is in that tier. You know, Maybach Music. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my pick.
I bet, Ross. You know, I ain't gonna critique your pick. Your pick is your pick.
Right.
You think so? You think Ross can 20 verse 20?
Yeah, I think
get on stage and perform with him, right?
Yeah, I think in a 20-piece, a quick little sprint, I think a little 20-piece, because if you go to a Ross show, they be rocking.
Okay.
You know? And I actually wouldn't mind going to a Ross show. I haven't been to one, you know, in life, but that's one I'm interested in going to. You know,
okay.
I think Ross will rock a good show, just like JayZ. So.
Oh, what you got? What's your pick?
I was with Lulu on Drake. He's just got the hits. He's a great performer, and he could put the pressure on on Jay just with the performance alone. And then I mean, Kanye, man, when it comes to a catalog, Kanye just got some of those songs that are just, you know, undeniably fire as fuck. And that could also potentially take away maybe a couple choices that Jay would use on his own. Be nice to see him perform them together, but yeah, Kanye and Drake, and I know a lot of people say Wayne, but as I'm thinking about it, Wayne's hits were mostly features, and I know, you know, our when we did the playlist battles, our final was JayZ versus Wayne, and you know, whoever picked JayZ just totally shit the bed with his song selection. But yeah, man, like Wayne really had no business winning that, because his best shit is mostly features and mixtape shit. When it comes to albums, when it comes to album material, you know, Wayne's shit just really isn't there. So Kanye and Drake, that's where I'm at with it. What about you, Ahmad? Where you at?
I'm gonna say Snoop, as long as I don't pick the list. I rag on myself.
Snapple facts.
I know. Actually, I think Snoop could get him. I mean, Snoop has good, you know, stage presence. You know what I'm saying? He's used to being in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop is. You can find Snoop in everything, man. You probably find Snoop working in the gas station. You know, this nigga playing football, playing basketball, announcing boxing matches. I mean, he cooking with Martha Stewart. So Snoop is in everything. So like being on the stage and being in front of people is nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think Snoop. I mean, he has a few songs. I mean, of course, you know, like Oda said, they're features. I mean, he's doing most of the rapping. He has a few songs that, like, I think they're pretty much unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? Against anybody, with Nothing But a G Thing, Ain't No Fun. I mean, those songs are pretty much unbeatable.
I mean, he could do Doggy Style and or the majority of Doggy Style and run shit.
He can't. You know what I'm saying? So like I would say Snoop can give him a run. Probably beat him. I mean, it would all depend on song placement. You know what I'm saying? And JayZ, as great as JayZ isn't performing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I apologize to everybody out there, man. The East Coaster left for 1 second, and I came back to East Coast slander.
No.
Talking about Doggy Style itself.
No, he didn't say that.
He said
he could play a lot of songs from Doggy Style because it's so great. But
it is a great album.
JayZ hasn't been performing like that. JayZ's not in front of people. JayZ's kind of, it would be tough for him to beat.
His performance was always lacking. I always like to bring this up, man. When I went to go see him at Watch the Throne, him and Kanye started off on separate stages, and Kanye was killing that shit, and JayZ was just, being your average rapper. And then when they linked together on stage, when they did, I think it was A New Day, the serious song, the introspective song, this nigga sat down on the stage and was rapping. No, dog. This was like Kanye sat next to him. Like I could tell, oh yeah, JayZ came up with this idea. It'll be real. It'll be so real if we just sit down and talk to him. Like, nigga, the sitting down during the serious song is a rookie move. Like I performed a lot and I've seen a lot of performers, and every fucking up and comer would sit down when it was time to do the serious song. That's a rookie move.
You might as well get yourself a guitar, a little microphone, and a bar stool, and get the acoustic.
Exactly, man. Do better, dog. That's doing the same shit rookies are doing.
And that's my point with Rick Ross. You got this big man right here. I mean, granted, he's lost weight. Shout out to Ross Fit. He been eating his pears and all that. We've all witnessed Rick Ross lose that weight. But you're gonna get outperformed, by Fat Boy. And Rick Ross is so competitive, he's going to do that. He's going to want to outperform you because that's how Rick Ross is. He's competitive. I mean, we've all read in his book, give you more of a perspective of the type of guy he is, right? Yeah. I think Rick Ross would be a good run for him performance wise. But to TKO's opinion on Snoop will be out there in all Crip stuff and a bike and have a 6'4" on stage and a dog house and so yeah, Snoop gonna give you that package too. He gonna give you that kitchen sink, so yeah.
Yeah, well.
Oh, since you brought out the bar stool, what was JayZ doing on Unplugged?
Don't bash Unplugged.
I'm just saying though. I'm just asking questions. That's all.
He was killing it. That's what he was doing. He was killing it.
Stand your ass up, nigga.
What did he say? It was the winter. Didn't he start off saying something like that? Like, welcome to JayZ Poetry Written, something like that.
I mean, he's funny. See, look. I was like, man. So if y'all don't know, I picked Drake because that just seemed the obvious, easy out. Because I don't know that I really feel anyone can really stand on that stage with JayZ for 20.
It's 20 though, man. I mean, a lot of people got 20 hits. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people got 20 hits, but for me, it's not going to be about the hits. Now, for me, it's going to be what Ahmad said. If Jay come out and he ain't been performing and he don't got no practice but Jay's gonna take it serious. He gonna make sure he gets there and he gives you the show. Jay don't flub no lyrics. If it's Jay versus Kanye, Otis, you said it just at Kanye concert. He was messing up his lyrics. He just let half the songs go. Jay don't flub lyrics. Jay got he puts on almost a flawless show. I think Drake, because Drake right now is at the top of his game and also the top of his performing game. I think Drake's a good pick. And
Drake got the Midas touch, man.
But also, that's honestly, like Lulu said, that's an easy out answer for me, and I apologize for giving the easy one, but that's how I really feel about it, and I think it's partly because of the whole performance factor, man. Like when you look at the way the verses is set up, like everyone says, like you look at the way it's set up. Dipset guy hits. Jada bodied him on his own just because the way he can move the crowd. Now, granted, that was New York, but still, that's the other thing. If they do it in New York, no one's beating JayZ. If you do it in LA, you got a good chance that it's going to be more competitive, crowd-wise.
If it's females in the crowd, Drake is probably getting JayZ in New York too.
Depends on how much them tickets are to get in the building. If the tickets is $300-$500 for the nosebleeds to get in the building, then JayZ gonna have a lot of older women in there.
You got some niggas that gonna pay for them too to get in there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So we saying it's the crowd factor, not the venue.
But no, I think the crowd's gonna be controlled by who it is, though. I think hoes can rock everywhere.
Hell yeah. I mean, if you got a bunch of 16-year-olds, they ain't feeling JayZ like that. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask y'all this.
Gonna be rocking with Drake.
But this is my kind of my if I push back on that, playing devil's advocate, because y'all know I like to do that shit sometimes, whether I admit it or not. My push on that is when JayZ was talking about like nobody could stand on stage with me, he was like, what you gonna do when I played a Hot 97 freestyle that no one's ever heard live, and they just heard this. But what you gonna do when I play that? Now that might not be a good analogy because that is an older freestyle, but like he was talking about like how when Jada came out and freestyle, he said that's an old shit. That's shit from like early 2000, 2001. That's a freestyle off a mixtape from way back in the day, but nobody had really caught on to it, and it moved the crowd because they had heard it. So my thought is like, what if Jay got stuff in the vote? He got stuff he done with Drake last year. You know what I mean? Like more than just what we heard on the album.
But let's be honest though, he was going against Dipset. You know what I'm saying? That's not. I mean,
I ain't saying much.
I didn't say.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, only people I know who like Dipset are like hardcore Dipset fans. They're the only ones that like they gonna rock with it regardless. I mean, Dipset music. It's okay to me. I'm not a Dipset fan though. But you get Dipset fan, they like loyal to Dipset. You know what I'm saying? We got a few in the group. They loyal to Dipset. But the average person, I mean, like Dipset's hits, do they really like? Did they really translate to today's?
I think we can all agree all of Dipset and they hits will not stand on stage with JayZ.
No, I'm talking about Jada Kiss is a true MC, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Point
he
being,
can serve someone like Dipset. I mean, because like Dipset's hits, do they even translate to today? Most of them.
So this kind of gets into the discussion that I want to kind of put out to the table, because in the versus world, there's a lot with the, if you can really spit, like Redman and Method Man is one of my favorite verses to watch because they really can spit. And that's moving the crowd to MC, however you want to say it in my old man terms, but that's what it really came down to. Do you all not think, so I'll put it in terms like this. After Jada's performance, people were like, well, Jada Kiss back in the day said he could beat M, and that's crazy to think he could beat M. And I'm like, y'all don't realize that, like, even though we don't see it, they came up in that culture, battling on the corners and just battling each other. You don't think that'll help JayZ in just a straight up versus? I put it out to anybody.
I don't know.
So here's my thing with that. So basically what you're saying is kind of like the raw bar for bar talent. Is that what you're talking about? The lyrical prowess?
But also the ability to move the crowd with it. Because some people can have the lyrical prowess, but the crowd doesn't move, even if the crowd knows the song, So
I mean, it's like this though. Lemon Pepper freestyle, right? I mean, it's Ross, it's Drake. Obviously I feel like even though Drake probably went a little harder than Ross still got his off. So, if we're talking about just being able to move a crowd, because the Lemon Pepper freestyle is still a dope song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like how even on Loverboy, he got the song where he's just spitting, I don't know, it's like 6 a.m. or some road or whatever, So it's like if you got the type of crowd, again, as we talk about venue versus crowd, you know what I'm saying, then that'll work, But if we're talking about a real bar for bar battle, something like Kendrick versus Cole or something like that, then that's different too.
Yeah.
So,
You don't think, Otis, let me ask you, what's kind of your take on that? You don't think that they can move it into that? I think that would be a JayZ tactic in a versus, to move it into a bar for bar.
I mean, it could work in his favor, but I just think that might suck out the energy of the crowd, like, because other people it really boils down to the performance, man, and other people really know how to perform much better than him. So if he tries to go into some bar to bar shit, he's just gonna suck the energy out the room even more.
Mm-hmm. I know I saw JayZ. He was doing an interview and he was saying one of the first time he was kind of like, yo, somebody's outshining me is when they was on a backstage tour and DMX came out. He was like, DMX made him get his performance game up. He said,
Did he
because
though?
DMX,
Damn, how bad was his performance before DMX?
that's what I'm saying. So he was saying like when DMX came out, all the lights went off. He was saying when DMX came out, all the lights went off in the venue, and then all you heard was that bass drop. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. And he said DMX started growling on the mic. He was like, yo.
Growl.
I said that.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, and JayZ saying to combat that, he was like, man, all right, cut the music off. I'm a rap. He's like, so he knew DMX couldn't rap better than him bar for bar. So JayZ's reaction was to turn his music off and he started rapping a cappella.
That shit would cater to old niggas, but these new niggas like, nigga, shut your ass up. Turn the beat back on.
Exactly. Because I mean, because P, you brought up Dipset at Jada, but the thing is, who did that that verses attract to that crowd? Like grimy niggas, right?
Niggas that still wear 4X t-shirts and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there was a lot of activity. I'll just say there was a lot of red activity going on in that crowd.
But I'm saying like those cats that came to that kind of show, they wanted bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I don't know. Nah, man. I disagree.
You get a versus with Drake. He's not attracting like those kind of grimy niggas like that. There's gonna be a lot of females in that crowd too.
But I disagree with you on that, man. Like the Jada,
you ain't trying to hear nigga rap a cappella.
But the Jada crowd, the Jada Dipset crowd, I think there was a lot of young niggas in the Jada Dipset crowd for Dipset. There was a lot. If you look in the crowd, there was a lot.
Nah, nigga, they were there for Instagram.
No, there was a lot of Dipset. Look at the crowd, not the people they just show like close-ups on, but look at the crowd, and you see a lot of young people in there because Dipset got a whole, blood gang movement, man. Dipset, Bird Gang, they all, we won't talk about activity, but they all active in that New York, in their borough, in their area. They all active. You see all the color, the same color and everything in the crowd. You see all the red. And there was a lot of young folk. And I feel like Jada started spitting stuff, was like, fuck it, I don't care who's in here. They gonna feel this. And I feel like he got the young people over. So I think I'm gonna disagree with you just on the crowd.
Fair point.
The crowd that was there. And now granted, like I said, it was New York. So you drop some New York classic beats. People have been listening to them in New York for years. If you're 16 years old, your parents probably still playing Who Shot You. So
that's almost like what was it, Ja Rule and Fat Joe? Like all that New York music they was playing in the intermission and in between time and all that. Like, yeah. So like even from the oldest to the youngest Brooklynite or New Yorker, whatever, was feeling that whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? As long as you had pretty much in that Locks and D Block kind of set, as long as you had like a red bandana or some Timbs on, it was cool. Yeah, it was for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like how you said, ain't nobody on Dipset. TKO was saying like, ain't nobody spinning Dipset for real. I mean, Jim Jones got some legit albums out there right now. I would say that, but
they ain't for the stage though.
No, they're not for the stage. And they're not for somebody that's probably 25 and under. You know what I mean?
So make your case right now. You got 1 minute, Lulu. Make your case. Versus JayZ, why Ross is beating him. Give me 1 full minute. Ahmad, you up next. Give you 1 full minute. Pick why you think your person's gonna beat JayZ. You got 1 minute to give me the reason. Sum it up.
So check it, man. I'm gonna put it to you like this. On Rick Ross beating JayZ in the verses on a stage, it's gonna come down to this performance, right? It's going to come down to performance. It's going to come down to style. It's going to come down to bars, because like all these are factors that we just talked about. Depending on the crowd left and right, these are pretty much the similar kind of crowd between both of them. Him and JayZ are relatively the same age group, same tier. They both got hits. They both got songs together. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened to 2 Chainz. We saw what happened to 2 Chainz when he jumped in there with Rick Ross. Rick Ross was getting a body massage, in the middle of just sitting down. He changed his shirt a few times. but we also have seen Rick Ross turn up on the stage and have his shirt off. And just,
I'm gonna let you get the countdown. Bring it home for me.
you got hits, you got style, you got voice, you got crowd control. Anything that JayZ can do, Rick Ross can do.
Okay. Ahmad, what up? You got 1 minute.
All right. You know, like stage presence. You know what I'm saying? The fact that that Snoop is taller, that helps. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, him being out there, you know what I'm saying, over you know, just looking down on JayZ. You know what I'm saying? Snoop, I'm throwing some bullshit in there. No, but but Snoop could freestyle. Snoop has great stage presence. You know, he's active. You know what I'm saying? He's always into something. Like I said, you could probably find him working at the local gas station. He's in everything. You know what I'm saying? And he has like 3-4 songs maybe that are pretty much untouchable. You know what I'm saying? G Thing, Ain't No Fun, Down for My Niggas. And that's all I can think of right now that are like pretty much untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But those 3 songs are untouchable, man. So that's 3 songs at least that he could probably bank.
We went on this real quick. Hold on, I don't want to take up your time. You still got 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, so those 3 are pretty much untouchable, man. And then other songs that are right there neck and neck with JayZ songs, and then it's going to come down to who has better stage presence, you know what I'm saying, and who, you know, rocking the crowd, what they have behind them, all that kind of stuff. But I think Snoop can get them. It'd be a great battle though. I'd love to see it.
Hey, let me just check one thing. He ain't gonna be like staring down on JayZ.
I was just joking around, man.
6'4", JayZ 6'2". Like
I was just throwing that in as a joke. I was just messing around.
I'm gonna ask you this before, but let me ask you right now. But what's gonna happen when one of your unbeatables goes up against Still DRE? When JayZ comes out and he spits all of Still DRE, because he wrote all that for Snoop and Dre.
That don't matter. Nothing but a G Thing is better than.
That's a hit. That's a big hit.
It ain't better than nothing but a G Thing though.
I'm not saying it is, but like when that comes out, that's a napalm bomb to drop during the verses. You're one of your biggest hits. I'm gonna do it because I wrote the whole thing for you.
Never big on that song.
But when nothing but a G Thing when nothing but a G Thing drops, it's over, man.
Okay.
There's not just I don't think there's much that can beat that. I'm dead serious, man. And that's not even West Coast bias, because you know I'm not a West Coast bias cat, but that song right there is just one of those songs. He's like, you stop everything you're doing, you could be smashing a chick. You know what? Hold on 1 second. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Hold up. You could be mid-stroke. You be like, you know what? You hear boom. Oh, hold up 1 second. I gotta attend to this. It's just one of those songs, man. So.
Oh, that's dumb as fuck.
And how am I the only one unmarried in here? How's he married and I'm single?
Hey man, I feel the same way about, you know, as soon as Rick Ross get up there and say, I think I'm Big Meech, like, oh, it's finna go crazy. Like, you know, you gotta think Rick Ross' voice is more bass in his voice than JayZ's voice. Like, come on.
Okay. Otis, you got 1 minute to bring it home. Let us know.
I'm gonna rock with Kanye, and I'm just gonna say anybody that has seen or been to the Watch the Throne tour, we already experienced it. We low key got to see what a versus between those two would look like, and we got to see who was the better of the two. I've been there, I've seen it, and JayZ got smoked.
Damn. That easy, huh?
Yeah, I don't even need the rest of my minute.
Take the rest of the time.
Hey, but he's shorter than JayZ though.
I know, man. I think he even called that nigga Big Brother at the time, man. But you know, that's the only point that Kanye lost. You know, if that nigga plays Big Brother, it's over. I think he knows better though.
Oh Lord, yeah. That might get
until he goes into a Kanye rant. And then
I'm okay with the Kanye rants though, man. You know, let's see what the fuck kind of crazy shit this man got to say.
I'm good with the Kanye rants too.
So the potluck is good with Kanye rants. Okay.
Yeah.
I am.
I just want to laugh at niggas. That's all.
Go ahead with your rant.
Just want to laugh at niggas.
Go ahead with your rant. Yeah, we hear.
So look,
You're not wrong.
so y'all already know where I stand on it. My pick was Drake, but fuck that. We're gonna wrap it up the right way. Drake ain't standing on the stage with him. Snoop ain't standing on the stage with him. Westside Gun ain't standing on the stage with him. Nas, who'd you name? Who'd y'all niggas name? It don't even matter.
Man, Nas just performed Ether 20 times. Every time JayZ dropped a song, nigga, shut up.
Y'all act like Super Ugly wasn't that. But look, so but that's where I stand on it. You know, I won't let y'all West Coasters bully me out of my opinions on Jay. It ain't because I'm an East Coast bias. And I honestly, you know,
you're gonna be eating a chopped cheese watching that nigga lose.
And with my motherfucking Timberlands on too. So fuck it. My strawberry Tims on too.
Little, nigga eat his chopped cheese and junior cheesecake.
Yeah, I'll walk across the bridge to get a contract.
But you think you're getting girls now because of the looks? Yeah,
Negro, please.
See, look, the JayZ slanders are atrocious in this group.
Hey, we love JayZ, man. We love JayZ. We love JayZ, man.
I know.
Though.
Hey, there's gonna be a couple members in this group that when they hear this, they're gonna be like, I ain't listening to these niggas anymore.
Listen, it's not that serious, y'all. I love Jay. I say nobody stands on the stage, but in all honesty, like, just to wrap up the last little thoughts. Otis, what you saying? Like, I've seen Jay perform live, and I know he moves the crowd. But Otis, if he performs, to your point, if the performance ain't that, if it ain't really him moving the crowd, if he thinks he can just go out there, then, you know, there's a lot of people that can get with him. I think Versus have reached a point now where the fact that he's even bringing it up, I'm not going with the whole, like, who brought it up? Oh my God. The fact that he's even having that discussion means that he would go out there and take it seriously versus whoever and really try to put on a show. So I think when he really got in his bag to put on a show, I just don't think nobody would beat him.
Wasn't him and Beyonce's concert televised, or was I wrong?
I don't know.
They did one. Oh man, I think, or maybe it was just that Beyonce show and JayZ came out for a couple tracks. I could have sworn. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, man, JayZ, he's just like, it's just the fact that it's JayZ showing up that drives the crowd crazy, but he really ain't got to do nothing. But he really doesn't do much except for show up.
It's so great. We are all in agreement that no one's standing on that stage with JayZ. I'm glad we all agree to that.
Said that.
Well, look, man, it's been great episode, man. As always, man, I love talking with y'all. Everybody out there, hit subscribe, hit like, go on YouTube. We really gonna get out here and push into y'all. Shout out to the We Know Hip Hop group on Facebook. You know, definitely want to thank you all for putting in your input on who's going to beat JayZ and who can't. You know, we use a lot of that information to get us to our conclusions. Obviously, none of y'all swayed my opinion. It's Ross over here. You know, I think Ross is going
with that trash ass playlist. With that trash ass playlist, anybody could beat him.
Right.
Yeah. Let me talk to y'all real quick.
Hold on, before you get there, who's gonna win, Jay or Fetty Wap?
Hey, look, I'm still gonna be in the crowd yelling out my West Side Gun ad libs too.
He's gonna be like this. The Fetty Wap.
Don't leave me alone with Fetty. Leave me and Fetty alone, man. I'll stand on that, and I bought 4 different Ply CDs, so I'll eat that. But look, man, it's always a pleasure. Look, leave me alone. Leave Fetty Wap alone. I'll leave Hermes, you know, Hitler Wears Hermes 8 alone. I'll leave Westside Gun alone. I'll leave all of y'all peoples alone. I'll leave Nas alone. Hey, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Nas. Hold on, let me hold my tongue on that. For the next, Nas is good with me for life from now on, after these last albums. So, but no, hit subscribe, hit like, go on YouTube. We Know Hip Hop Production, the Potluck. Definitely share us. You got any questions for us? Just let us know, man. Put it in the chat. Send us messages on anything you want. Otis, happy New Year to you.
Quick rundown. Plain Grain Deco on Etsy. We got Verb and Rusher, the Misfits. Cash is my name. you know, whoever else I'm forgetting, my apologies, but you know, support all the up and coming artists and creators out there.
Absolutely,
Yes, sir.
man. Absolutely. And we got a lot of,
Absolutely.
we were talking it up a little earlier. Excuse me. Between us four, we got some things coming up that we're personally doing individually and we're working on too. So even if you don't see it this year, you know that we got some stuff brewing personally and we're going to push out and just lift each other up, man. So here's to 2022, a great year.
You too.
Productive potluck, man. I appreciate y'all brothers and everybody be good out there. Be safe.